name is Lisa. If you don't know who I am, I'm a fellow funder. I've been with the company for a little over 2 years. I started out in our servicing department, stayed there for about a year, and now I'm here in Kentucky. So to start us off with, as always, we start with our core values and strategic priorities. Today I'll be focusing on inclusion and cultural learning. Now, to put it all out there, who is professional? Who's the practice?
My picture's gonna pop up next.
Who do you think of when you think of the word professional? This is an actual question.
Raymond. I think of Ray.
Yes.
I'll take it.
I think somebody that comes in and goes above and beyond their normal job function, I guess, every day, creates morale, above and beyond, like I said, their normal job duties.
Okay, next, I did not think of that. That's a good one. All right, so right off the top of your head, you're probably thinking doctors, lawyers, firefighters, police officers, right? Usually somebody who's in a suit or somebody who has a specific trade. But ultimately, it could be anybody. Especially in today's day and age where we have, social media influencers, we have online content creators. They are still professionals, just probably not in the traditional sense that we think of anymore, right? And now, what is a professional image? So it's your brand, your reputation. It's essentially what you want to be known for. It showcases who you are, so ultimately pulls in your background and your personality, whether you realize that or not, it really does. It's really just how you present yourself, right? So I like to think of it as a work mode. So when you come to work, you're in a specific mode, right? You want to bring out the best of yourself, your best traits, qualities, and that's what you bring to work at the start of your shift every day, or at least I do. I want to do great every day I come into work, right? So I like to think of it as a work mode. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's about how others perceive you. We did recently have a Drive Good Drive meeting. If you missed that one, I believe there is a recording of it. But Marion Hicks did a really great job at explaining in detail what a professional brand or image really is. And that ultimately, even though you may think that you come off a certain way, other people may not see that same perspective. So it's always great to go around, ask your peers, what do you think of me professionally, right? But what are the top 3 words is one of the things that she said. And ultimately you have to adjust yourself to meet the standards that you want to present yourself as. So where would you use it? I'll give you a good one. Work, obviously. So I'll open it up. Anyone? We're specifically at work. Yes, perfect. So, meetings, interviews, when you're delegating tasks, maybe you're, managing, when you're assisting others. Basically, whenever you want to be respectful and earn respect from the person that you're interacting with, essentially. You want to, that's what you think of when you think of professional, right? You automatically think, oh, I need to show this person some respect, right? Now, similarly, when is being professional most effective? Once again, when you're working, obviously. When you're speaking to those customers, once again, you want to not only respect our customers, but you want the customer to respect yourself as well. When you're speaking with your superiors or subordinates, when you're applying for a job, maybe even during an interview, when you're meeting new people, like I said, when you think about your professional image, I want you to think about your specific work mode, the way that you come into work every day. And like I said, you want to bring in the best of yourself every day. When you meet new people, you want new people to see the best side of yourself every day. And I think that's one of the best examples I can think of when you want to be professional. So, why does it matter? What do you guys think? Why does being professional matter? Yes. So it matters because it makes you more attractive and it helps you stand out. And you might be thinking, why would I want to stand out? I know when I was younger, I did not want to stand out. I most definitely do not want to be different from anybody. But standing out helps you possibly get that job that you're applying for, possibly get that promotion that you've been eyeing for months. It supports DE and I. You may not really think about it, but ultimately, like I said, your professional image showcases who you are as a person, and it brings in your different perspectives, your different backgrounds that other people might not have, and it really does just support who you are individually. It boosts confidence. As you'll have to take a step back and look at yourself objectively, you might notice a lot of things that you didn't notice before. Like, I had to take a step back and I had to look at myself, think, what do I do that is good? And I remembered I was top funder of the month for the month of, I think it was May or something, and that made me feel a lot better about myself. So once again, showcases who you are and what your strengths are. It may influence others around you as well. Fun story, before I worked here, I worked at a credit union, and there I was known as the fashionista. I dressed my best every day that I came into work because we were customer facing and I just wanted to exude that professional image, right? And in doing so, it did encourage a few of my other coworkers at the time to start dressing better as well. So instead of just coming in a simple polo and maybe a slacks or something, they would come in wearing a full suit. One person came in wearing a pearl necklace. And our members did notice, they actually made a comment about it, saying, oh, you guys look a lot better than usual. Like, what's the occasion? And next, how to build it. Obviously, I have two different types of ways to build it. I have tips on physical appearance and actions you can take. Does anyone have any thoughts? If not, then starting with physical appearance, be the fashionista. I've always been told that if you can look the part, you're already halfway there. Don't be afraid to make a statement. You want to be memorable. You want somebody to remember you, right? This particular blazer was a very memorable thing. They'd always be like, oh, who was that one person wearing that pink blazer? That's me. Keep a good posture and body language. If you were to walk by my desk and I was slumped over like this, would you assume I'm working or not? Probably not, right? You want to be confident. When you feel confident, you look confident. Feel good, look good.
That's right.
Treat every way like you're on the runway.
There we go.
Now, actions you can take initiative. You just put yourself out there. You never know, your thoughts and your opinions, your perspective may be a lot more valuable than you think. A lot of people tend to shy away because they think, oh, somebody else probably thought of that already. But you never really know until you put it out there, right? Be helpful and knowledgeable and communicate clearly. When you're speaking with customers particularly, you want to be as clear and concise as possible. If you don't, then it ends up leaving a lot of pretty much just multiple parties confused, probably yourself as well. So I try to, when I speak with customers, I try to get what's needed and tell them what I need from them, if that's applicable, of course. And things you can do. You can join Next Step. Any other programs that we might have. There's many here, you just have to look for them. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there and speak up.